Hello Japan, welcome to my house. My name is Eva and I am originally an Irish designer based in France for almost 12 years now. I am a designer of objects, furniture, sometimes spaces. Right now, over a while, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing. So we've just entered the house and we're in the little kitchen area. We designed and built as we went along with my dad when he came to France to help me do the renovations of the house. We ran with the repetition of the squares that we see on the floor and the cutout of the wall here. So that's why you can see so many squares all along here. Very geometric, which is nice to then bring in some contrast of some organic pieces from Argot, my studio. This is my favorite cutlery collection and it's by a designer called Angela Cummings. She partnered with Shiseido, the Japanese brand, and has made this beautiful cutlery set which represents the ginkgo leaf. I think that it's really delicate but also robust, and yeah, it's my favorite cutlery set that I've found so far. I actually had to hunt it down on Japanese eBay and get it sent here because I couldn't find it anywhere else. So here I have, so like I said, I spent 3 months last year in Japan working and living there, and so we had just moved in here, so a lot of the things, we started this house kind of a fresh start, so a lot of the objects that I do have happen to be from Japan. I like these ceramics that I've gotten the different times that I was here. If not, I'm often going to a lot of BRUHAT in France, so always looking for things, everyday objects like these little cups, which you know you can find so many things like this in the BRUHAT, and since I use them on an everyday basis, I'm not afraid to break them, so you can find them in quantity. And they've been made in Limoges, which is a nice porcelain manufacturing area in France. Same with these things like these egg cups that we use every week all the time for our eggs. Just a little BRUHAT find. So when you enter the house, there was originally nothing, and you just had a complete open space. So I wanted to create some little areas or moments of seclusion without making the space too dark. So we have this little wall here with a little niche as you come in the entrance. The cutout is to let the light pass through, and it's nice to be able to have some flowers as you enter. And this kitchen, I didn't want to have it completely closed off, so it's nice to have the different levels here so you can experience the space in a softer way. I've just moved outside of Paris to a place called Rambouillet. It's a typical house from the 1920s, so it's still got some of its Art Deco features. The exterior resembles something from Normandy. We lived, all of us, in what is now my studio. While we did some renovations, we didn't go fully strip back electricity, plumbing, etc. But we redid all of the walls and things like that. Then, little by little, decorating. It's still nowhere near, I guess, at its final destination, but I'm happy enough to take my time because I love to go to BRUHAT and find things on Le Bon Coin, secondhand, etc. at auctions. So that takes time, and I'm willing to just wait and enjoy living here until we find everything along the way. And what else? So these were chairs that I have made with a metalworker in Ivry, Pierre, some years ago that I love. It's more of a sculptural piece than than a comfortable chair, but I mean that's never really was important to me to have a chair that was so comfortable. And these are other pieces that I guess I found along the way at BRUHAT or auction houses in France. This one is a Tudor Art Nouveau. He's quite like Tudor at the moment. I think it's got a nice authentic rustic metal touch. This is a lamp that I've put here recently. It's just a prototype, so it's not ready yet. I do that a lot. I've made it, I like the shape, but it needs to be now that I see it here, I live with it for a while, see how the shape works and how it can be improved. And here is a table. It's a reproduction Macintosh, Rennie Mackintosh, which is a Scottish architect that I'm revisiting now recently, that I've always loved his work. But I recently found out that there's an Italian company that has bought the designs from the Glasgow School of Architecture that reproduce some of his pieces. This table being one of them. It suits the space because it's not very big and you can fold both ends. It could be a very small table, games table, or you can open it up and have, I guess, 6 people here easily for dinner. So sometimes we just close one side and sort of have more space here. And this is of course one of my pieces. It's one of my favorites because it's very simple, but it's one of the taller ones, so I can display larger bouquets or tall stemmed flowers like these ones, which I really like. And here I guess there's 2 more of my pieces with a lamp, which is one of the lamps that we've had for quite a while now. That the original is more rectangular shape and this one is triangular, so again still a prototype. Also one of my favorite vases is the Sœur vase, Sœur meaning sisters in French. I just like the play on the repetition of the 2 forms kind of merged together. It's something that could otherwise be difficult to create in another material. So it's again using 3D printing to create something beautiful that wouldn't otherwise exist. One of the first things actually that I did, they came around because I was collaborating with a ceramic artist, Emmanuelle, exposing her pieces, so they really had to work together. So that was the first project in wood. It's solid oak that I did with my dad, and it's just a piece that I know that I'll have forever and ever. Same with this chair, was actually not made by my dad. After I got married, we went on a trip together into the French countryside with my dad was there, and we were in an antique shop, and I guess most of the stuff there wasn't really my style. It was much more Henry XIV, very decorative, very classic. But there was these 2 chairs, very dusty and dirty, that were folded because you can remove them and fold them. And even though it's not my dad's style, I guess he appreciated the oak and offered them as a wedding present. So it's a nice little memory that we have. This is the furniture that I had in mind since I lived in Paris, because obviously you have no space in Paris. This house isn't huge either, so it's just a little dressing table moment, which can be kind of just organized away and everything is tidied away. It doesn't take up too much space. Also because in France, a lot of the windows come down really low, so it's not like in Ireland or in England where they're a bit higher and you traditionally have a dressing table in front of the window. So this one, once you open it, you have both because you have the light from the window, but it doesn't need to be blocking it. This is where I like to come to do my makeup and things. And the bed frame as well, I made it in collaboration with my dad. We designed it and made it together. And what I like about it is the hidden storage. As opposed to having all your stuff all over a bedside table, I really like the idea of being able to hide it away and have a clean mind. The lamps, recreating paper lamps. I wanted to have a twist on what a 3D printed paper lamp could be. So we ended up with something really simple like this, but with a texture. And I love the way this texture omits the light. These are my lovely silk slippers that that were given to us by Emke. She's the founder of Al Momento when they were having their show presentation in Japan last year. And these were a gift, and they're so soft and comfortable, and I love them. This I keep by the bed in the evening time. It's a really nice little oil by the brand Basium that sends you to sleep. They've got a morning one and an evening one. This one is really relaxing. Either that or some nice incense. This I got little jewelry boxes in an antique store in Japan the last time that I was here. We have made the dressing table piece of furniture first, and then I saw this and it reminded me so much of the concept. The fact that you can lift it up. So here I can keep some of my jewelry, and it's really practical with the little mirror. And just another souvenir from Japan that I love. So yes, this is my bathroom. I really had it in mind that I wanted a wooden bathtub. It's a reference that I saw somewhere, which was surely an English Victorian or Edwardian bathtub that I haven't been able to find since. But I have it in my mind, and so I tried to explain to my dad, and together we went on a search for some exotic hardwood to be able to resist the water. Yeah, we ended up finding a garden table that was a completely different finish and colour, and reworked it to create this bathtub. Well, I really love, if you were asking me before why we moved from Paris, it's this tree. It's really nice to have that outside your bathroom window every day, especially with a nice day like that. But that's about the bathroom. I wanted to keep it super simple, tiled floor and ceiling, and then add the contrast of the dark wood to give it some structure. I like this object because it's really fun and really nice to hold in one hand. It's more decorative than anything. I don't really use it on a daily basis because I have others, but I really like it as an object. I have to admit, skincare is not my strength. But I have been nicely gifted lovely things, and somehow I found a routine that I really like. So I'm using this, which is Beauty of Joseon Essence Water after I cleanse, alongside the Glow Serum, which is really nice and light. Everything is really nice and light. I don't like when it's too sticky afterwards. This I discovered recently. I know it's really popular. The French brand Typology is a vitamin C serum. And this is really nice. I like this one because I love the packaging as well. It's a ELLE-based brand, but I think it's made in Korea. And we actually partnered to have a little Argot Unplane collaboration 2 years ago now. So this one is full, but I used the last one completely. As it suggests, unplain oil. It's like super natural, simple ingredients. So I love those products. In terms of cleanser, this one is La Roche-Posay. I think you can use this on even a burn or something. That's how light and good it is for sensitive skin. And this one is a micro exfoliant. So I use that from time to time from Dermatologica. It's really nice product as well. Well, the first thing I've seen is my precious Eileen Gray lamp, which should not really live in my studio. Eileen Gray is obviously an idol of mine because she was Irish, but she moved to France, lived most of her life in France, and had her career as a designer in France. So it was a gift from my husband for my 30th birthday. eventually it will live in the house, but right now it's here in my studio. So I enjoy it. Here is where I work during the days. And yeah, this is my table where I prepare my pieces. I've got everything I need to make my different lighting elements, lamps and ceiling fixtures. This is a recent favourite collaboration with the glass artist Justine Minard. And together we created a lamp. So these are her beautiful hand blown glass lamp bases, which we have partnered with this shape of lampshade. I really like the end result of the glass and the 3D printed element together. It really works well. And this is the body of a bag that is another collaboration with Enzo Vintage based in Amsterdam. This is a different material in that it's flexible. So it's a recycled TPU, a material that's really difficult to work with and has a mind of its own. But when you get it right, it turns out to be something that's really nice. I really like the tactile element of this as opposed to the hardness of the vases and lamps. This is the Hortense vase, which really, I think, showcases the organic side of 3D printing. Mixing the fact that it's made by a machine and looks like, I don't know, falling water or waves, or yeah, I really like the outcome that you can achieve. And so in 2018 I started Argot Studio, and we were 3D printing a lot of vases and lamps. I used the 3D printer, which is typically really only used for prototyping, to see what the form could look like or to make a mold. But I thought there could be potential really working with the material, finding the right material, working on the texture, working with the light and shadow. And finally we ended up with something that I really loved, and I continued trying to perfect the technique of this type of 3D printing. Maybe think in comparison to glass, which obviously has much more of a weight to it, that it could resemble that, but it's so lightweight. For me, it's exciting because it represents something that's new and a new technology, a new way of making things. And I've always struggled with the perception of that, as I think in general we perceive glass and ceramic to be a craft and to be something that has a lot of value and a lot of history. 3D printing, it doesn't have that longevity, yes. In one way it's exciting, and in another way it's frustrating to help people to understand that it's, yeah, the final object can be just as beautiful, I think. But I'm not so much married to just 3D printing itself. It's more, I want to create an object that I have in mind. I also love glass, ceramic, those other ways of producing things, wood of course. But for me it's just a way to get there, a way to produce the piece. And so yeah, that's why sometimes it can resemble that type of frosted glass, because I have something in mind that I want to create, and if 3D printing can get me there, then all the better. And considering that, I mean, it's a great way to produce things when you can do it at a sustainable level. If you're able to source sustainable materials and to make it yourself, then it's really worth it for me. You look at it and you think plastic in the general sense, but yeah, it's an interesting material that's derived from cornstarch, so it's completely biodegradable. Again, I really like 3D printing for that, because there's so many possibilities of things that you can do that I haven't even scratched the surface of yet, so that's exciting. Thank you, ELLE Japan, for watching this video. See you soon.